Is my cube flying all the way to the fucking top?
And the brain saw is
I'm doing
awesome.
nothing
Even
different.
though it's not really a great blaster, especially for humans versus zombies. It seriously doesn't get cooler than this. So obviously, you've got the wrapped grip. You need to have the wrapped grip. But then you've got the screwdriver mounted to the chainsaw. You can see the chainsaw right there. The spinning blade up at the front is the actual moving portion of this blaster. You've got the chainsaw style grip that lots of people would use for various modifications in the future. You've got an angled tactical rail, because of course you'd have an angled tactical rail. And you've got a pull start right here. And it does that. That is so much fun. And unfortunately, like every single time you find one of these things at Goodwill, it's broken. Almost all the time this is ripped off, or this is broken off. But that is so cool. And then it's an actual blaster on top of that. It's basically like if Denji was a rough cut, essentially, because there is half of the rough cut on each side of the blaster here. But unlike basically everything else that looks like a rough cut, this blaster doesn't fire 2 darts at once, meaning it's a little bit more practical. The pump grip is actually the screwdriver down here, which is awesome. Maybe not the most comfortable thing ever, but definitely thematically awesome. But each time you pump it, it only fires 1 dart. It does have slam fire, which is also a good thing, but 8 shots as opposed to your normal 4. You're conserving your ammo a little bit better for the lack of a spread and maybe dart output in general, although it does have slam fire, so it's kind of the best adaptation of that in my opinion. And this also does mean that, like, while you can kind of modify it, because it is only firing 1 dart at once, it's still a smart AR, so really not a whole lot of modification. And this gimmick doesn't really, like, you can't use that against an actual zombie. It is at the front of the blaster, so you might make the argument that you can hold it like that, and if anything touched you or you touched it, but if you were to push that into somebody, you'd probably hurt them. You'd be tempted to swing it, and this is all hard plastic. It could have been better, but at the same time, it is super cool. I really want a motorized one. I've been meaning to do that for so long. It just needs a motor. It maybe put like 2 stripes or something on the side of it. There's so much potential with this. And
yes!
Honestly, the tools. Zombie Strike needs to be tools, and I'm really glad they're starting to lean into that.